I would stream Divinity, but I feel like that game has too much of a established community of people who like it, and if you don't play how they want you to play it, it's just like you're doing it wrong or you're making it too easy or whatever, so it's generally not worth it. Even though I've played that game quite heavily and done lots of different builds on it.
Let's go.
Oh! Yeah, he's gonna pretty much rock these guys. Like,
Oh, are you done fighting already?
he heavily outlevels them. He's like, yeah, 45. Doesn't even have a C core on him. But as you can see, level 5 for the first boss is pretty doable. If you're trying to do this on a harder difficulty, it is going to be much harder for you. But generally, on a brand new game, I try to do it like a person would if they just picked it up for the first time.
Who's next?
The Lagmite.
Well, you did your best.
Yeah, I have a lot of, because I'm like an audiophile and I'm a very audio learner.
We have no choice.
A lot of the spell incantations I have memorized. Or if I don't know how to recite them, but if I hear the spell incantation, I know what it's going to be whenever he casts the spell.
That's your best?
Yeah, it was quite interesting. Like that's how I learned. Like when I was in college and undergrad, it was easier for me to go to a lecture and absorb the lecture from the professor than it was for me to sit there and take notes, because notes distracted me from what the professor was saying.
Mew, mew, mew.
So it was like easier for me to sit there and listen and retain it that way.
Mew, 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 mew.
It's quite amusing to watch monsters talk like this.
They're so cute.
Huh? You say something?
No,
No. Mew told me what happened.
you
You
told
met
me.
with great danger on our behalf.
Yeah, likely story. I have a feeling if I didn't ask, he'd
We
still
are
be
grateful
playing.
that you have kept your promise, even after 2,000 years.
Of course. Aiding the Cheagles is part of Yulia's teaching.
You
But the
little
original
Jew,
cause
eh?
of all this was Mew burning the Liger's home. So I will have Mew atone for his mistake.
What are you going to do?
I will exile Mew from our tribe.
That's too cruel.
Naturally, I don't mean forever. I hear that Master Luke saved Mew's life. Cheagles do not forget their debts. Mew will serve Master Luke for one cycle of seasons.
Hey, I'm not involved in this.
But you
Mew
are.
insists upon accompanying you, Master Luke. I leave it up to you to decide what to do with him.
Why not take him along?
I don't need a pet.
Cheagles are the sacred beasts of the Order of Lorelei. I'm sure he'd be well received by your family.
I guess I could give him to Guy and the others as a souvenir.
I'll do my best to be useful, Master.
Oh, you're so annoying.
Well, it appears his report has ended. Let's leave the forest.
Who died and made him boss?
Like, he's just an awful person. You can't walk a little slower. I mean, you can't keep up. Huh, why do we have to slow down for that thing? Don't worry, dear, I'm okay. See, even he says he's fine. Why do you have to be so mean? Can't you treat Mew like one of us? You mean treat him just like I treat everyone else? He's the most annoying thing I've ever seen. Oh, please don't fight. Shut up already. It's your fault in the first place for bringing up the Liger's home. If you hadn't done that, the Liger Queen could have had strength without bothering anybody, and everything would have been fine. You got that, huh? No, I'm sure he understands the gravity of what he's done. You could stand to be a bit more mature, Luke. Yeah. Well, now that that's cleared up, shall we be going? Little son of a... Even like having to read his dialogue, you just feel like, boy. You don't even want to like give sound to the words of a douchebag. I don't mean that way.
This looks like fun. That's right. Take this! Sonic Spear! Take this! Take this!
71 already.
That's your best?
Spaghetti. Okay.
I'll destroy you! Bangway! Oh, man, I'll heal up the spirit.
Stalagmite.
Don't go overboard.
That's your best?
And you get so little experience in the beginning. Ooh, I had such a hard time
These guys are whip.
installing the simulator. It was not even funny. It like stressed me out for like the 2 hours it took me to find a solution. And like I said at the start of the stream before, you know, you wouldn't have heard it because it was quiet for the whole first 10 minutes, but it took me like joining the Discord and talking about my problem before someone else who had the same problem told me how they did it, and what they had to do was install the game in safe mode. Because for whatever reason, I guess there was too much shit going on. Flame burst! Oh, lords of hell, bring down upon them the wrath of the Lord of Fire. Like, I still have that one memorized. Flare Tornado, because it's a pretty cool spell.
Hey, isn't that your bodyguard?
Yes, that's Annis.
Welcome back.
What's going on?
Greetings, Annis. What's the status of the Tartarus?
It's in front of the forest, just like you asked. You said to hurry, so we came as fast as we could.
Hey,
Oh,
what's
dear.
going on?
Restrain those two. They're the ones who've been emitting the 7th phonons.
Jade, don't do anything to hurt them.
Don't worry, we won't kill them. Assuming they don't resist. Be good, kids. Take them away.
Emitting 7th phonons is a crime punishable by death. But because I like you, I won't kill you right away. Search point.
The 7th phonon hyperresonance came from the direction of the capital of Kimloska Landvaldir and converged inside Malkuth territory near Tataru Valley. Now, if you two were the source of that hyperresonance, that would make you guilty of illegally crossing the border into our country, wouldn't it?
Jeez, you're obnoxious.
I mean, you know, we didn't do it on purpose.
He called you obnoxious.
I'm terribly hurt. But moving on, Tyr, we already know you're with the Oracle Knights. But what about you, Luke? What's your full name?
Luke von Fabra. I'm the Luke you idiots tried to kidnap.
Oh dear.
The son of Duke Fabra, who married into the Kimloskan royal family?
Yes.
A duke? Oh.
Why are you in Malkuth? And what's this about a kidnapping? That does...
We're here
Oops.
only because our 7th phonons caused a hyperresonance. It wasn't an act of aggression against Malkuth by House Fabra.
Colonel, I believe Tyr is telling the truth. I don't feel any hostility from him.
Yes, it does seem he's lived a sheltered life, completely ignorant of the world outside.
Huh, fine. Make fun of me.
Oh, we
Actually,
will. You're a
Why
terrible
don't we ask
person.
for their help?
We're headed for Kimloska under orders from His Majesty Peony the Ninth, Emperor of Malkuth.
To declare war?
Wait, what? Are you saying a war's gonna start?
You've got it backwards, Luke. We're trying to prevent a war from breaking out.
Annis, that's not public information.
It is now.
Trying to prevent a war? Are relations between Kimloska and Malkuth really that bad?
I think you're the only one who doesn't know.
You know, you're obnoxious too.
We're going to release you now. I'll grant you permission to enter any area you wish, apart from those containing military secrets. First, learn
Do
a
a
little
boss
about
fight
us.
on this one?
Then
I
if you
don't
feel you
think
can
so.
trust us, we'd like to ask your
Just
help.
lots of story.
So that we might prevent this war.
I know he gets
If
his
you want
phone
us to
slot
help you,
put
why
on
don't you
him,
just tell
so
us what's going on?
he gets down to our level.
If we were to explain and then you decided not to cooperate with us, we would be forced to hold you captive.
What?
This matter is a state secret. That's why I'm urging you to make up your mind first. I hope we have your understanding.
I'm sure they'll tell you the details after you agree to help. I'll be waiting.
Luke, I'd so love to go places with you.
You're like 12.
Please come
Could you
talk
not
to
do
me if
that?
you're willing to assist the Colonel.
Why don't we take a walk around the ship? I think even you'll start to get an idea of what's going on in the world.
Let's go exploring, Master!
Man. Damn it, Jade, that bastard. I wouldn't have bothered with the Jiggle Woods if I knew about this. Truly awful protagonist. From what he was saying, it sounds like they've had their eyes. We would have been captured one way or the other. But I didn't do anything. They don't have any right to treat me like this. Still, there are advantages to siding with them while we're in Malkuth. You won't have to hide your identity for one thing. Whatever, it's all your fault anyway. Ever since you came, it's been nothing but trouble. I want to go home already. Yeah, bad protagonist. Do you wish to speak with Colonel Jade? Not yet. I think we can explore the ship, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Talk to Annis.
Hey, Luke! I can show you around if you like. Maybe I would just get in the way.
Not at all. We'd appreciate it.
Wow, so you do actually smile on occasion.
Excuse me?
Oh, please don't fight. Come on, Luke, let's go.
I want to marry somebody rich because I hate being poor. It's like you're 12. Give it some time.
Huh? What's that?
It's a phone stone. They're making it glow by heating it. They must use it for lighting here.
Phone stones are those glass rocks floating up in the sky, right?
Phone stones are sacred stones created when the score is read. Don't call them glass.
All right, all right.
Yulia's score. I don't think she has a sequel. No, she doesn't. So, Luke, where do you want to go? Where? Well, I don't know anything about this ship, so what's on it? Let's see, there's the bridge, there's the lounge where all the soldiers relax, and there's a cafeteria too. Well, a small one anyway. Then there's the big room they use for meetings, and a bunch of rooms for everyone to sleep in. That's it. Doesn't sound very interesting. Well, the Tartarus is a battleship, so it can't really compare to a cruise liner. Oh, how about the engine room? It's great if you're into phone tech. No, that's okay. I don't know any of that stuff anyway. Oh, and the Colonel might not want you going to the bridge or the engine room, so basically all I can do is wander around the hallways. Yeah, great place. Like, literally all he does is complain and bitch for the first half of the game, and then he bitches and complains for the second half of the game, but for different reasons. Like, I don't know. I know what it was like being a teenager growing up in a shitty situation, but the amount of complaining he does is just ridiculous. Recruit Tony, did you do it again? I'm sorry. What were you doing? I wanted to become a phonist, so I was practicing phonic arts. Phonic arts are big in our country, so a soldier who can't use them is an embarrassment. How do you use phonic arts anyway? Can I use it too? You take phonons from the phone belt into your body and then collide your phonon frequency with their own, generating special power. I mean, you know, anybody would react to that description that way. The phone belt is a layer of phonons that surrounds the planet. There are 6 phonon elements in all. By opening your body's phone slots, you draw in phonons and then join them together using a phone verse. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I mean, that's true. Nobody would. Okay, basically a phonic art uses a spell, a phone verse, to control elemental powers called phonons. It's very difficult. Colonel Jade can do it as if it were nothing. He's a genius. I mean, I respect this game's universe that, like, people's bodies aren't, like, the matter that make up bodies in this game are particles of sound, which is really cool because I'm really into music. But, yeah, you know, especially giving all this at the start of the game, this explanation of phone stones and phone belts and phonic arts and all that crazy jibber jabber. It's strange for a video game to like use tons and tons of jargon right up front because you don't really follow along. Whoops. It's like, you know, it's kind of like references for a second playthrough, because then by that point you'll understand the world's lore better.
I'm sorry for getting you involved in this.
No kidding. If you'd at least tell me what's going on.
I'm afraid I'm influencing the situation as well. That's why Jade is being so cautious.
Because the Order of Lorelei is acting as a go-between?
Yes, that's part of it, but I'm afraid I can't tell you yet.
This is such a pain.
Why can't I know everything? Oh, hey, I forgot you were here.
Well, well, Luke. A lovely lady on each arm.
Excuse me?
Oh, Colonel.
You were
I'm
literally a child.
He's not talking about you. He must mean Annis and Mew.
God, he's such an ass.
But Master, I'm a boy.
You sure as hell don't sound like one.
Now, settle down. By the way,
I mean, what, your
what's
balls
this
just
about a
dropped like 2
kidnapping
years
you
ago,
mentioned
Luke?
earlier?
Jeez.
How should I know? You people from Malkuth are the ones who kidnapped me.
Well, I'm afraid I don't know anything about it. Did it happen during the previous Emperor's reign?
Maybe.
Huh, beats me. Thanks to that, I lost all my childhood memories.
Interesting. What could that mean?
I'm sure you have your grievances, but I do hope that we can obtain your cooperation.
I don't think we can go up here. Lock him in the brig. Yeah, what does this guy say? The ladder is for deck maintenance. Climbing can be dangerous if you're not used to it, so please stay away. There's a safe spot in here, right? Pretty good. But this is for like the end of this little mini dungeon section. It's weird because like the story in this game starts off like slow but fast at the same time. Like it really gets going like fairly quickly. Now that I'm seeing this, there is a fight. It's kind of like a little mini fight for Luke. This goes nowhere. This leads to a ladder for side turret maintenance. You can't enter the turrets from outside, by the way. No, I'm sure we can. This may be a land dreadnought, but it can travel over water too, not just land. That'll come into play later. This door leads to the bridge. The interior of the bridge is a state secret. I'm afraid we can't permit you to enter. So yeah, this is just extra stuff you can come look at. Doesn't really do much though. All I wanted to do was like get that apple gel in the chest and show the conversations and whatnot. Yeah, pretty sure there's nothing else here. We can't enter the bridge, so there's a think there's another gel in the bridge area. That's pretty much it for this place. I think what I enjoy most about this game is the combat. The story is interesting, it's just that Luke is so unlikable for a lot of the game, for most of the game. he only has a redeeming quality like at the very end. He becomes somewhat more likable as a person. I've been locked up till now anyway. As long as they take me to battle, I don't care. We don't take anything seriously. Shut up already. It's not my fault.
Small
I didn't
localized
murder
conflicts
people.
have broken out recently. It's likely those will soon escalate into full-scale war. After
dear.
all, the truce for the Hard War is only 15 years old.
Emperor Peony has written a letter proposing a formal peace treaty. They requested my aid as a neutral ambassador.
If that's the case, then why do people think you've gone missing? Master Van went looking for you, you know.
That's due to matters within the Order of Lorelei.
A conflict is unfolding between the reformist Phone Master faction, centered around Ion, and the conservative Grand Maestro faction, centered around Grand Maestro Mose.
Mose is looking for a war. I managed to escape from Mose's custody with the help of the Malkuth military.
Phone Master Ion, there must be some
Oh,
mistake. Grand Maestro Mose would never desire such a thing. Mose prays only for the fulfillment of the score.
Tyr, you're with the Grand Maestro faction? No way.
I'm neutral. Yulia's score is important, but so are the Phone Master's wishes.
Hey guys, hello? You want to slow down so I can follow?
My apologies. I'd forgotten the young master here hasn't a clue about the world around him.
What did you say?
Regardless of the state of affairs within the Order, I must deliver this letter to Kimlaska.
But we are the soldiers of an enemy nation. Even as emissaries of peace, it won't be easy for us to cross the border.
Right. They're
the
trying to
Grand
start the
Maestro
war
faction
because
will
it's
catch
part
up
of the
with us
score.
and interfere.
I'm trying to remember why all this crap is even worth talking about.
That is why we need your help. No, really. we
Yeah, I
just need
guess
your
it
social
kind of
status.
plays a big part of the story, but not really.
Oh, I'm hurt, Gramps.
For the
Is
little
that
bit
all
of
I'm
it
good
does.
for?
In order for
And didn't anyone
Malkuth
ever teach you to bow your
or
head in respect
Kimlaska
when
to
asking someone for a favor?
prosper, we have to go to
Don't
war.
act like that, Luke. You don't want a war either, do you?
Would you shut up already? Well,
Commander.
Master Luke, please grant us your aid.
man, do you have any pride?
None so.
None so cheap as to be shaken by something as petty as this, sir.
Like he's bar
Fine,
none the
whatever.
best character. in
You just
this
need me to
game.
talk to my uncle, right?
He doesn't take anybody's crap.
You have my deepest gratitude. Now,
By
by your
your
leave,
leave,
Master
Master
Luke,
Luke.
I must attend to other matters.
Stop calling me master. Coming from you, it's just wrong.
As you wish, Master Luke.